Hello and welcome back to another episode of Up in the Clouds with Ari. We are here for a July recap, but we have to say some affirmations first. So let's get the affirmations going. First affirmation is I am beautiful. Second affirmation is I am capable. And our last affirmation is I am valuable. Yes, you are. And now let's get into the July recap. At first, before I even started making notes about July, I had to think about what did I even do? And then as I started going through my camera roll, I was like, oh, July was an eventful month. It was, it really was. And today I actually cut my hair, so I did like a little 1-2, a little something something. And as I was cutting, I'm not gonna lie, I was getting a bit scared because I'm like, oh, this shit don't look like it's evening out. And then you have to cut it some more because it's not looking right. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna end up bald if this don't turn out right. But it looks good now, so I'm happy. I am satisfied. But let's get back into the July recap. So July actually started off with a road trip. So 4th of July weekend, my mom, she flew up here. She got her passport like a couple months ago. So I was like, you have to come to Philly so that we can do a road trip to Toronto, because Toronto's like maybe a 6-hour or so drive, maybe 7 hours from Philly. And I'm like, I'm gonna be leaving soon, so we need to do this before I move, because we're probably not gonna get the chance to be able to travel this easily up to Canada. So she came, my mom, my brother, and I, we all took a road trip to Canada, and this is my second time with my brother and I going to Toronto. So super fun. We went to Niagara. Niagara is always such a beautiful sight to see. Like, it just reminds you of how beautiful Mother Earth is. And yeah, just being in nature, seeing the rainbows, it's just so peaceful, and it just makes you so grateful to be able to just even see the beauty of this planet. But Toronto was such a nice trip. Like, my brother, he made a comment about how, my mom and I were glowing, and it really felt like that trip just kind of healed something in me, because it's like, wow, like we're really taking our first international trip as a family. Like, I wouldn't even have thought of that happening like some years ago. So it's just insane how much life has changed, and how much opportunity has came for us to just even be able to do something like that. So I was very grateful. We had an amazing time. My mom loved the trip. She loved Toronto. Toronto is amazing. If you all have never been to Toronto, please go to Toronto. I love it. It is so diverse. Like, that is one of the things that you will first notice when you're in Toronto. Like, there are so many people of all different backgrounds. It is just such a beautiful experience. Like, we experienced, of course, some of the local cultures, like some of their festivals that they were having over the summer. Like, there was like a food festival, there was a jazz festival. We went to the beach too, and then they had like salsa on the beach. And from some of my past videos, I've shared how I've been doing like salsa. I would say I try to do it at least once a month. And I think this month, my only time I went salsa was when we saw like an impromptu, I guess, activity or event happening on the beach where it was a lot of people. They were doing salsa, and I was like, come on y'all, let's go, let's dance. And one thing about me, when I'm comfortable around you, like, we're dancing everywhere. So like around my family, like, I dance like a lot when I'm with them. And yeah, so I taught my mom a couple steps to do salsa, and we were salsing together. Even a person who, I guess she was facilitating the activity, she came up and asked me if I wanted to enter like a dance contest to be able to win free classes. And I'm like, I don't even live here, but goes to tell you, those salsa classes that I have been taking are paying off. But yeah, the food in Toronto, amazing, amazing. Like, we went to this one Caribbean spot, so good. They had a DJ. Like, I don't know how many restaurants I've been in that have DJs. Like, of course, some restaurants, they have like the playlist where they're playing music, but an actual live DJ playing while you're eating. And I think like the waiter asked where we were from, and we said Atlanta, and the DJ started playing like Atlanta music. So yeah, I was lit. Like, I was jamming. It was a great time. It was a great time. But all that to say, if you haven't been to Toronto, go to Toronto, because I love it. I love it. And we had a nice time. So yeah, and it's very inexpensive. Like, we were there for a couple days. So I would say we left on Friday, and then we came back on Sunday. So really, it's not like you need that many days to really, explore Toronto, depending on what you're looking to do. But a couple of days is certainly enough for you to be able to explore the culture, explore the art. Like, we came across this really big art festival where they had a lot of live music, a lot of live pop-ups. It was just such an amazing time, for sure. Some of the other things, I guess, update on my environmental learning journey. I will say I've been slacking a little bit on that, but this month I did go to this, there's like this community science group that they have for one of the environmental centers, and it's usually a monthly meetup at different locations. So I was able to attend that. It was at like a local trail, and they were talking about, what's like the history of the trail and some of the rivers, and they said something interesting. I should have did a little bit more research so I could have gave a more informed answer to y'all, but you know what? You all can do the research if you're interested in learning more about what I'm about to share. For the walk, and just in general, I guess, with some of the history with some of the parks in Philadelphia, was that they used to cover up the rivers, where they would put some type of material to cover up the rivers so that they can build infrastructure on it, like whether that's houses or some type of commercial buildings. But that was something that they did to be able to expand the city infrastructure. And at the trail that we were exploring, something happened where that river that was that we were looking at, it didn't end up getting covered up for whatever reason. But that was just interesting, because I just never even thought about like cities covering up rivers to build and expand the city. Like, I was definitely aware of, like, how when different places are expanding, they're destroying a lot of the natural habitats, whether that's like cutting down trees, like some of the pollutants and things like that. But I didn't even know like the river thing. So I actually probably need to look more into that and see like what other cities is that prevalent into. But fun facts, let's see what else. Oh yeah, July, it was the end of the World Cup. So I went to the World Cup final game, and when I say I went to a watch party, y'all. So I went to a watch party at the FIFA Fan Fest. I ended up going to the FIFA Fan Fest a good amount of times, and it was a nice time watching the last game. I had one of my friends join me, so we were just enjoying the game, enjoying the crowd, and then we ended up getting some food after. So that was certainly, you know, a nice experience. And I feel like this month I did a lot with like family and friends. Like I mentioned earlier, we did the road trip. Also, like as I was looking back through my photos, I was like, oh, I actually spent a lot of times with my friends this month, and I didn't even realize it. So yeah, FIFA Fan Fest. It was one of my friend's birthday earlier this week. So, or maybe last week, since today is Sunday. So last week. I'm a little tired, so I'm just not even gonna correct myself if I'm saying it wrong. But my friend recently celebrated her birthday, and I got to celebrate with her. And we went to like this jazz place. I haven't explored that many jazz places in Philly, but I like jazz. I feel like jazz is very like grown and sexy. And yeah, and when I think of jazz, I think of Harlem Renaissance, swing dance, and all of that. I still have yet to have that kind of experience. But I'm also not avidly looking for those experiences. I'm pretty sure maybe I could find like an underground jazz spot that like does shit like that. But either way, we went to this jazz place in Philly. It was so nice. It was like a black band. They were so good. The food was good. Like the atmosphere was nice. Like even from the decor that was in like the restaurant, it was great. It was great. So it was certainly nice being able to celebrate my friend. And then let me see, what else did we do? Rock climbing. Oh my goodness. So I did rock climbing with another friend. That was super fun. If you don't know, there was like every year there's like a global climbing day, which it usually happens in July. I don't know if it's the same day each year or if it does like a certain day of the month where it's like, oh, it's the third Friday or some shit like that. I don't know what it follows, but basically every year there's a global climbing day, and this gym called Movement Gyms, they usually do a free climbing day every year for that. But they also do free climbing days periodically throughout the year. So I would say maybe check their socials, check your local Movement Gyms, because they do have free shit throughout the year. And I do believe if it's your first time going there, you can get like a free climb too. So look into it. It's really fun. We did like, it's indoor rock climbing. So they have like a rock climbing wall, and then there was also bouldering, and that one really hurts your hands. So my hands were a little bit sore, you know, after trying like the bouldering aspect of it. But it still was a really nice experience. Like I've only been like indoor rock climbing a few times, but every time it's always been really fun. And then later on that day, we went to a Disney themed, what was it? I'm just gonna call it a music event. It was a Disney themed music event. It's called Bop to the Top. They do a tour in different locations, and I think they do it like maybe almost every year, because some people mentioned to me that they've been to it before. So I'm thinking this is maybe like a reoccurring thing that they do, and they go on tour. But what the event is that, you know, they play Disney music, people dress up, you know, as different Disney shows or just whatever characters that you might want to dress up as. Like people do that. And then they have this big projector screen where the whole time for every song, it's the graphics. So if they're playing a theme song from That's So Raven, like you see the That's So Raven like theme. I don't know, what is it called? The video, the intro. See, I'm tired, so I'm forgetting a little bit of things. But yeah, you know, like when it's the intro for the show, so you could see the visuals that's going along with the song. And that was a very good experience because it's like you're reliving like your childhood, like all the shows I grew up on, like all the movies and stuff I used to watch. And Disney, one thing that they were really good for was sing-along and dance-alongs. Like they would have like the sing-alongs with the song lyrics for a lot of the shows, and then they would also have the dance-alongs, especially with like High School Musical. I think they even did it with Shake It Up too, and a couple other shows and movies. And I used to always love it because I love to dance. So that was a really great time because people were singing and dancing, and that was probably the most I've seen like people be so engaged at a music event. Like I've been to different raves in Philly. I've been to a couple reggaeton events, and some people dance, some people stand there and look cute. Either way, every time I go, me and my homegirls, we dance. But it was nice to see that the majority of people that went to this event, they were all lit. And I love that because that's the energy you should be having. Like, why you just go out if you're gonna be stiff? Like, no, have fun, have fun. And this month was definitely a reminder to have fun because I had so much fun with everyone that I went out with, and it was just nice. So the Disney event, feeding your inner child. I don't even know last time I watched like a childhood show. Maybe I should like put that on my list. I'm gonna put that on my list for August to watch a show I used to love as a child. And y'all can put that on y'all list too and let me know what y'all choose. And I'll let y'all know what I choose in the August recap. But yeah, that was a nice event. I went to a couple other dancing events where I went to a rave over the weekend. I had one of my friends, she actually came in and she slept over, and I haven't had anyone oops, okay, it was just giving me a 20% battery warning, but I haven't had anyone like sleep over my place. The only person that I've had like ever sleep over my place since I've been here in Philly has been like my previous partner. Like I don't I don't like have people over my crib or have people sleep over. So yeah, and I've only had like a couple friends that I've had over my crib too. It's like, yeah, I usually just don't have people like in my crib. But it was nice because I felt like it was just such a girlhood experience because my friend, like, she came over, she was getting ready, and then another one of my friends, she came over, and like all three of us are like getting ready, like we're pre-gaming, like we're getting the vibes up, like we're talking, we're laughing, we're jamming to music. And it's like I haven't had like one of those experiences where like we're all getting ready together to go to an event since like college. So that was nice where it's like, you know, everyone's getting ready together. Like a lot of times I get ready or we get ready separately when I'm meeting friends, and then we meet at like the venue and things like that. So this was just, I don't know, it was just such a beautiful experience, and I'm certainly happy that I got to host my friends over, and it was such a nice time. It was a Y2K rave, so we all look so fucking good. Like, so good. Everyone looked so fucking good. And we had such a great time. We did. So that was so fun. And now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like this month was a lot of inner child things. And it just came to me because as I think about the Bop to the Top tour that I went with one of my friends, like, you know, that's like Disney theme songs. And then the Y2K rave, like 2000s music, where it's like, you know, you grew up listening to a lot of that music and dancing to those songs. So it's like I'm hearing shit that I was like jamming to when I was a kid. And then even towards the end of the month, I went to Dave and Buster's with my brother, and it's like I was playing games that I used to love to play as a kid. I don't even remember the last time I went to Dave & Buster's, but it was a while ago. And it was so fun. Like, I was playing Dance Dance Revolution. Like, every time I go to Dave & Buster's, I have to find a dancing game because I'm a dancing girl. So we were playing Dance Dance Revolution. We were playing Guitar Hero. Like, my brothers and I, we used to love playing, like, Guitar Hero on the Xbox. So it just was like, wow, like, this was just, I feel like this month really healed my inner child. And it wasn't like me healing my inner child by myself. I was healing my inner child in community. And that was just such a very rewarding experience. And it really just hit me. Like, yeah, this month was such a full circle moment. And I felt like, I don't know, it kind of felt like one of those, like, I made it moments where it's like, wow, like, this is like the community that, like, I've always dreamed of having, or like, this is like the stability and like deepening relationships with like my family that like I always wanted to have. So it really felt like a lot of my personal relationships this month truly align. That's just all I have to say. And it was just, I don't know, I loved being a part of that and being in community. Let me see. Was there anything else that I wanted to share? Oh, why did I write like this? I can't even read what I wrote. Oh, I went swimming. See, look, another inner child thing that I just was not even realizing. Swimming, like, I love swimming. Like, I think I told y'all last year I tried to be a lifeguard and it just did not work out. And I did not try this year because, no. But, yeah, I went swimming at the neighborhood pool, and that was nice because I never went swimming in our neighborhood pool. Granted, I've only been here, like, this is my second summer in this neighborhood. So I would say last summer would have been probably like the first summer for me to be able to enjoy swimming as well. But still, it was like, I love swimming. And they had adult sessions. So it's like, I didn't even have to worry about none of the kids in the pool with me. Like, I'm in the pool chilling with other adults, and really wasn't even that many adults there. So it's like, I'm just living my best mermaid life. Like, I love swimming backwards. Like, I just love floating and just looking at the sky. It's just such a different level of peace. And yeah, I always loved swimming as a kid. Like, I used to go to the neighborhood pools a lot with my brother. We would go swimming and stuff together. Like, my mom, she taught us all how to swim and things like that. So, wow. Yeah. Very, very, very beautiful. And then skating. Yes, went skating too. I have some really cool skates that I made a very long time ago, but they all are Black women comic book characters. And I went skating with my brother, and that was so fun because growing up, we always went skating and stuff together. And we only been skating a couple times in Philly. I'm gonna be honest, it hasn't been the best experience. I would say I've been skating at like roller skating rinks, like indoors, probably 3 times in Philly, and 2 out of the 3 times the DJ was not good. He just wasn't good. And one time the DJ was good, but it was disco themed. So all the DJ was playing was disco music, and it's like, disco music is it's like really groovy. It's like, I feel like you just can't fuck up disco music. But when it's DJ, you can play whatever the fuck you want. It's a lot of room for you not vibing with the DJ. And usually I do try to bring headphones just because if the DJ's trash, at least I can listen to my own stuff and skate. But still, I've been very disappointed. And it was an adult skate session too, which 2 out of the 3 times have been adult skate sessions, which are super late. Like, I've never skated this late before in my life, where the sessions don't start to 11 p.m. and they end at 2 a.m. That is some real adult shit, but either way, I still had a time. I still enjoyed myself, but we didn't stay that long because, the DJ's trash. I ain't got time to be like going through this all night. But yeah, I think those were like most of the really big things that I did this month, was just spending time creating more memories with friends and family and just healing my inner child. Hold on, let me pause. I need some water. And I think what I would probably just leave the video on is, outside of, being able to build deeper relationships and create beautiful, joyous memories with, people that I truly care about in my life. I feel like this month was a reminder to trust myself a bit more, because sometimes I doubt myself as far as like the direction in life that I'm headed. And like in my life, I have took a lot of risk, and sometimes I doubt myself on whether like it's a smart choice to take these risks. But I think this month was a reminder to continue taking risks, and to just have faith in myself and in my journey. Because right now, like, there's a lot of uncertainty and unknowns as far as the path forward. Like, I know the destination, right? I know where I want to get to, but how I'm going to get there, I don't know. But I am positioning myself, and I'm doing things to figure out what might be paths that I take to get to where I'm going. And I have been trying to trust myself a bit more around being confident in what I want to do, especially something that I feel like passionate about or like align with. And I feel like even this month, I've been getting more reinforcement around like certain skills that I have. Because even as I'm thinking about my life, like for example, I want to be able to have like more passive income or just multiple streams of income and things like that. And like I do want to end up building something of lasting impact and value, like long term, for just communities in general. And I feel like this month I've been getting reassurance around like what I'm looking to build is something that's needed and necessary. And like, this is the perfect time and I am the perfect person to build this resource. And then also reassurance around, like, I know I made the video about like getting your shit together and stuff like that. But part of getting your shit together is knowing who you are, right? And knowing who you are is knowing the value that you add. And this month, I am like, it's becoming clearer around like, these are the skills that you're really good at, without like of course you can sit down and think about like, okay, what am I good at, and write a list about it. But I've been starting to practice more in real time, like seeing like, oh, I'm really good at this. Like somebody could ask me a question, and then based off of how I respond or things like that, I'm like, like I'm really quick to offer these types of suggestions when it comes to these types of topics. So maybe this is like something that like I'm like really good at, like whether it's like problem solving or like, strategy and things like that, where it's like based off of certain conversations or experiences, it's causing me to realize like how good I am at things based off of, I don't want to say like how quickly, but how natural it is. So I would say try to observe that for yourself. See how natural it comes to you for certain things, and that natural tendency could come from years of experience or years of knowledge that you just have accumulated around that certain thing. But I feel like that's just been a way to like reaffirm myself, where it's different if you write a list and you're like, okay, I'm creative, I'm good at like connecting people or blah blah blah. Like that's good, but I think it's nice when in real time you see how you move through life and how you are responding to people or different situations, and then you're like, oh shit, like this is a skill that, you know, I'm continuously doing, and you're like, shit, I am good at this. So that's been something that I just been picking up a little bit more on. It's just being more aware of the value that I add so that I can figure out what's the best path for me to package that value, and, you know, create more passive income for myself. So I'll keep y'all updated on the journey towards passive income and multiple streams of income and just even wealth building, because, you know, I feel like right now I'm in very much a strategy phase since I am looking to move. So that's a very large expense that's like my primary financial goal right now versus like investing or building a business or things like that. It's just like moving right now. It's like the main thing. But as I'm getting more prepared towards the move, that doesn't mean like I can't be strategic about what I want to do next or how do I want to plan or allocate resources when I do have more time and energy. But that's all I want to share with y'all today. So let's end it out with these affirmations. First affirmation is I am beautiful. Second affirmation is I am capable. And our last affirmation is I am valuable. Thanks as always for tuning in. And August, I don't know what's going to happen in August, but we'll be back with whatever happens in August and we'll share that. But until our next updates, I hope you all enjoy living life, stay safe, have fun, have fun, have fun. Like, please go outside, please do things, please love up on yourself, please take care of yourself. And please continue to build connections with people who align with you. And, you know, don't be afraid to reach out to people if you want to build deeper relationships with them. But that's all I got, y'all. Bye.